Whoa, we don't need to see that. My rewards dollars. That's not for your eyes. My 150 bucks in rewards money. What? What a way to open the stream today. What's going on, guys? It's your boy. It's Z-Rex. It's No Noiz. Coming at you live. Late stream today. Had a little busy day. Had the kiddo late and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to squeeze out a quick late night Friday vidya. I do say quick. If y'all tune into the stream, y'all know that that does not happen sometimes. So, let's see here. Anything crazy today that I noticed? Nah, kind of some crypto selling, flat boringness, mostly in across the board, except NASDAQ had a little pumpity pumps in. Let's see, gold and silver, metals kind of bouncing a little bit, but off their highs. Other than that, yeah. Oh, and another quick thing, I guess. Oh, yeah. American Express is making it July 7th. You'll no longer be able to redeem reward dollars for gift cards or merchandise. That's kind of weird. I wonder why they're doing that. That was a cool feature. Whatever. I always just use it to put up against my statement anyway. If you don't use credit card stuff, you probably, if you have the ability to do it and rack up points and stuff and use it. I mean, I have a business, so I just put all my business expenses on there, and I mean, why not? It adds up more than you think, that's for sure. Especially if you have a high volume business. Mine's not huge, but you know, still, I mean, it's probably $1,000 or something every 6 months. I don't know. I'd have to look it up, and that's just on the business. But I do it on all my personal cards, and I bounce between. That's something I've actually been working on the last couple of years, is bouncing between different rewards cards. Because some, dude, like, there's my Amex, I think, has 6% groceries cash back up to $6K a year, which is going to be pretty much everybody. I mean, that's just like 6% off your groceries. That's awesome. And people are like, oh, that's only 6%. Well, yeah, if you're doing that across the board on stuff you spend, you know, that adds up. All right, enough of this little Tony Robbins spiel or whatever the hell it is about credit cards. There's plenty of people that talk about that. So you can go look at those guys' websites. I don't know who they are, but I know they're out there. YouTube's full of all the experts. You know, every expert that exists on the planet. Anyway, let's go to talk about price action. Total, market, cap. What are you doing? Oh, look, selling off. Damn, shocker. Total 2. Also getting resistance. This might be bearish reset time. We came right to the threshold here. We'll see what happens. Ultimately, though, looking at Mama Bear is going to be pretty much all we need to do. And Mama Bear is showing the same thing. Look at bulls way down here in the forgotten zone. I mean, that's terrible for the bulls. Thought they were getting a little bit of momentum yesterday on the lowish time frame, but you know, it just, look at this, immediately gets taken back. So bears are showing their strength. Whoa, what the hell? The bears are showing their dominance, and this candle, like y'all know, whenever we slice through lots of EMAs, whether they're in order or not, we don't like that. And this thing just got pretty bearish again, sub 38, negating any kind of stuff of looking pretty sexy. I mean, it literally just flipped on a dime. And not too surprising. I mean, we're not making new highs. Oscillators suck. I mean, it's just, we just need a lot more time to digest this move. And we're just range bound and chilling until something changes. And I mean, you know, you're talking about that back over here. The daily needs to get help, and it still doesn't have no help. It's actually just been creeping up into the higher time frames, which is a bit concerning for the bulls in this crypto market. Looks like 2-day and 3-day candles are going to close tomorrow, so maybe we get a little bit of higher time frame clarification there. But as of right now, I mean, what are we closing? 45 minutes? Yeah, I mean, this isn't definitely not health and fitness here. And if we start bouncing off here and rejecting here, that's going to look really, really bad. Let's see. Yeah, crack time. I mean, this is a pretty nasty candle. I'm be looking for some downside over this weekend, probably to test the bottom of the range one more time. Why not? 17th time's the charm. Let's see how the futures closed on this weekly. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. At least it's above this body and it's green, so, and it's inside this whole body, so it's not really even giving us anything, just confirming that we're range bound. That's really all this candle's doing. Let's see. Yeah, nothing really there. Regaining the dominance. And you can actually see, we were looking over here on Bitcoin spot price. It got a little bit bullish, but as we were noting yesterday, futures didn't, and just immediate rejection. And I do put more weight on the futures chart for sure. Oh, man, yeah, this is just, it's not out of the woods yet, guys. I know, it's the same fucking video, same shit every damn day for the last week and a half, just range bound and sideways until we can get some resolution on this. And by resolution, we need like daily close above, you know, that about 41,000, you know, maybe. No, it needs 41,000 on the daily, or it's just trash range. And the bottom side of that range is about 34K. So, I mean, until we're really out of that, it's just a big fat nothing burger. Let's see. Ethereum. All right, just kind of whatever. Not as bearish on the oscillators on spot price, but not great either, kind of slicing through the EMAs. Finding a little bit better support than the Mama Bear, kind of ping-ponging between the 200 and 377. So this range is ratcheted out between about the 2800 handle and about 2300. So in between that, pretty much there's nothing to do with that except for range trade in there. How about futures? Yeah, they're not really giving us anything on the weekly. I mean, you know, they've barely been out just this year. So let's zoom down a little bit. Man, major resistance still at 3K. I mean, there's just not, it's not different than, I mean, this is ratcheting up the mama at least on the futures. So it's looking kind of bullish. So maybe if we can get a daily close above 2,900, we can probably see above this horizontal 31. I do think a daily 3,100 would probably, I'm sorry, 2,900 to 3,100 would probably be in the cards. Anything back below this little swing low over here, though, man, look at that at 24. Probably even this 2550 level will get us to test down in this lower range, and then we'll have to kind of see what happens. But, yeah, I mean, just more sideways chop. Litecoin coming right back to the horizontal, a little bit under the 200. I mean, not really sexy either. Kind of some gnarly sell-off candles from earlier today. So yeah, not really anything good there either. Just still stupid ranges, and price so far is accepting the bottom end of this range. Ethereum Classic coming to the bottom end of its range today. Man, this bitch loses 60 bones. I'd probably be looking for 50-ish. And, I mean, really out of this formation, if it breaks down and doesn't hold this little trend line and bounce off of it fairly quickly, I mean, we're probably looking for, like, sub 40 on this guy. And any price below, I think, 50 bucks is probably getting us into the upper 20s, low 30s. So a lot of risk here on ETC, especially with Mama Bear looming. Let's see here. XLM, same shit, different day, chopping. Started getting above the 10 simple yesterday. It looked okay, but man, you just can't get really bullish when DMI looks like this. It's just not in your favor. It's not in the favor of in this situation for bulls when you have them down here in the weak zone and dominance on the bears. I mean, it's just not it's not good to take longs generally when that's happening. So yeah, I mean, we're just struggling in this stupid range. We are finding support again right here at about mid 30s on the 200, so possibly you can get some love there, but it just keeps boiling down, same shit, different day, until Mama Bear does something different. Like, none of this shit really matters. I mean, none, like, Dot and Link, and I don't know, name any shit coin. It's not gonna, like, make new highs, pretty much. Like, there might be 2 or 3 outliers, but, I mean, of course, there's always one, right? But overall, like, stuff's not going to be making new highs right now or rallying or getting sexy time until Bitcoin starts doing a little bit of sexy time action, and it's just not doing that yet. And man, if we do a daily close below like 34.4, 34.3, I mean, that's really going to start to look super ugly on here. And like a daily close below 34,000 almost at all, I'd probably look for a break to the downside of this structure. And on flip side, you know, it's the same shit. Like 40,500 probably would even do it. But, I mean, look at this big-ass range, even between the 377 and the 200. I mean, it's like a 30-something% range between here. So, you know, we can chop in this zone for a hot minute. It's probably going to chop here way longer than any of us want it to, if I had to guess. Hopefully after this stupid Fed meeting that everyone and their mom is hawking, which is it's not this coming week, or I guess next week, but the week after that. So like 10 trading days and equity trading days, because you have to take weekends out. But anyway, I know Bitcoin doesn't sleep or anything, or any of these cryptos don't. So it's just regular time for that. But yeah, pretty bad. ZEC, nah, just nothing, man. There's just not much in these charts. It's just been stupid boring. Just for range trading. If you're a range trader, this is absolutely your game right here, though. Let's see here. Let's zoom in a little bit on the Doge. What's Doge doing? Doge came all the way down to about 35 pennies. Finding a little bit of support here, but oscillators are all slopped up now on the low time frame. And on the daily, they're just super neutral, too, as well as RSI. And you kind of have to default a little bit bearish, anything below 42 pennies on Dogecoin. So you can see rallying up into the stupid Coinbase announcement. Literally sells off that day. This classic Coinbase listing, buy the rumor, sell the news type shit. Oh, I didn't even know that was happening. We just were nibbling it because of 28 cents being major support area. And the more you trade, I think the more you'll find that doing pretty standard textbook TA will get you in way before any news event. So many times I'll get into trades and it'll have a nice chart, and then I'll get like an email from some shit newsletter company that I've signed up for over the last decade that it's just so hard to erase them all. But, you know, they'll be like, oh, this stock's about to fly, and it's like it already like rallied off the lows, like, you know, 20%. They're like, it's about to go hard. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, sure. After you bought your bags, got your bags, selling them. All right, let's go to equities. Oh, look at this. Nice close on ES here. Let's go to the weekly. Oh, damn it. So close. But this does look pretty good, though, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I like this daily. I wish it would have got a little bit more, but this is pretty damn good. Let's see what we got. Did we get the 2-day close? No, that's all going to be next week. But yeah, man, this is showing some continuation. I mean, above, now we can ratchet up from like 41.80, where you can see it just bounced off like Jesus, man, multiple times. That's that OPEX pivot point. And now we're just getting some clarification that maybe we're getting ready to go to the moon. Next target on this is mid 4,000s. Wouldn't be looking for that, though, until we can get like a weekly close above this wick high at about 42.40. If we get a weekly close above that, I would be looking for that mid 4,000 target to get hit over the next month or so. But I mean, this is pretty sexy. NASDAQ, look at this. This is sexy chart action right here. I mean, I like taking out all these days. It was like all this indecision, boring, making everybody frustrated, including myself. Just kind of like blah. Fake out, and now engulfed all this business for the last, I don't know, what is this, couple weeks or something. So that's pretty damn sexy. If this thing can just hold like 13.6 handle, I do think it's likely that we will get some continuation. Yeah, nice close right above the 10 simple as well on this guy. Could have been a little bit stronger by the bulls, getting above like 13.8, which is kind of that area we've been watching for a while. But I do like this candle close against the previous handful there. YM also pretty nice. Ah, man. Ah, it would be nicer if it was a little bit higher. But, I mean, technically it is taking out that body, so that's nice. And, man, the weeklies are just right on top of each other. Pretty interesting. There's no momentum on the oscillators, so... Damn it, like, this one is just kind of right in the range of this little doji-type candle, so... It looks good. Thought this one would look a little better because the Dow has had some relative strength against the rest of the majors, but yeah, but whatever. 13.5 handle, it looks perfectly fine. If we lose 13, 13. What the shit am I talking about? 34.5. And if we lose 34.5, I would probably look for it to come test this horizontal, and then we'll have to just reassess. But overall, this is looking pretty good. And we are getting, oh, look at this. We're getting the EMAs postured up very sexy on Russell. We don't have any oscillators agreeing with it, though. So that's always a concern. And pretty lackluster close today on Russell relative to the other majors. So I would like to see Russell agree with all of those and get its daily close above 23.5, but we didn't get that, so that kind of sucks for Russell not agreeing with the party here. Let's see if Dow Jones... Yeah, look, Dow Jones isn't agreeing with it either. Transportation, almost making some kind of sloppy ascending or descending triangle, I'm sorry. Yeah, so that kind of sucks. You'd like to see all those usually in confluence, but now in Clown World, I guess it doesn't matter. NASDAQ can go up, double up real quick while everything else stays flat. But yeah, I would have liked to see confluence with that, so that makes me a little bit hesitant that the immediate continuation will be happening. And plus, it's that first week before the Fed. Yeah, that is a little perplexing there. VIX, murder fest, all the way down here to 16. VVIX, just chilling. Nothing really to see on these charts. Earl, oh, look at this, baby. So I did end up taking all my energy off today before the close. As I was talking about, kind of as we get closer and closer to this trend line. I mean, now we're only like $1 or $2 away. That's nothing. It's not even 3%. Oh. What the hell? Oh, okay. So... lame. Not this, not the chart. Sorry, this message I just got. I should just turn my phone off when I'm doing the stream. It's distracting. Anyway, beautiful move here. I took off the rest of my energy today because this is super sexy, awesome for me. And again, the problem that we've had, while I was cautious even back here, is we're not getting the oscillators showing bulls being super strong. Now, will that happen maybe next week? Yeah, it could. Because RSI is finally getting up there in the threshold, just barely. But, so whatever, it's close enough for me. You know, we've been playing oil for a hot minute, and so I'll take it and reestablish on some pullbacks. And, you know, if it doesn't pull back and breaks through here and then comes back and retests and consolidates up here, you know, yeah, shit, I'll think about re-entries too. But there's major, major resistance in the low 70s, so... I will take my tendies and go dip them in some Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm good to go. Nice bounce off of ZB here. Not that surprising. We're talking about this might be opportunity zone. I didn't take any of this. This has just been so blah. I mean, could it get more blah down here? What is this? Week number too many? Yep, it sure is. But I guess... hey, as long as it's holding this trend line, man, whatever. It's just consolidating, kind of just like the dollar hanging out on its lows. Yeah, pretty much nothing to really see there. Range bound. TNX dumping pretty hard again after attempting to get back above the trend line and in this box. So that's yet more indecision like we've had for the last month and a half. Cool, thanks. Dixie actually trying to maybe put a little base in right here. Looky there. Huh. All right. First time getting a close above the 21 in quite a while, since early April, actually. So that could be a change of behavior. Have to watch that next week. And if y'all listen on the stream, I have been anticipating that there's going to be some type of dollar boosting narrative. This is my feeling, and I'm not trading this. I don't have any positions on euro or anything, or dollar, but it's just it kind of seems like we're gearing up for some taper and talk, or rate hike action, or something, like some kind of little stupid announcement or way they interpret something at the meeting. I don't know. Something's a little stinky. That's all. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's definitely something there. Let's see. Now we get back below this trend line cross. So, yeah, Euro's kind of lost a little bit of its momentum on the daily, sub 122. So as long as it's below like 122, this is kind of boding well with that theory too, as well. As well. Maybe I could say it again. DAX breaking out. Man, this is sexy right here. DAX looks really good. There is no problems with this DAX chart. Except, hold on, there is one. No momentum on the DMI. This is actually a really weird read for DMI, considering this price action right here. So that is actually very interesting. I'm not exactly sure how to interpret that. I don't see this very often, this like super squeeze right in the middle of the major neutral zone. Well, man, yeah, that's kind of odd. You can see it's kind of done that back here a little bit, but this one's like super extra squeezy. Yeah. Man, it's hard to believe that this was like over a year ago now, isn't it? It's just like, feels like it went, like 2020 just like disappeared. It's so crazy. It's like in a space vacuum or some shit. We can get rid of this line, clean up some of the chart. But yeah, I mean, this looks, technically speaking, back to the TA on DAX. I mean, as long as this thing's above like 15.4 handle, it looks perfectly fine, and I have no reason to be super bearish, or bearish at all, except for one thing that I would be cautious of. If we see these bears creep in at all, especially on the lower time frames, which we'll have to use like a 3 hour, if we see them start to creep in a little bit, I would start to get a little bit concerned, just because there's no strength on the higher time frame on the daily. How about the weekly? Yeah, the weekly doesn't really have it either. So on to Shanghai. Little bouncy bounce on Shanghai. Kind of ugly though. I didn't take off my long Shanghai yet, but I might have, should have, on this candle, because we did dip below it and struggled to close, even halfway into this business. But whatever, it is above the 10 simple, just barely, and we'll just have to see what happens. I can't do anything about it anyway, so. And hell, I'm long from right around the top of this box too, so it's all good. It'd have to crash pretty hard for me just to go back to even, and hey, sometimes that happens. What are you gonna do? Gold bouncing lovely. Wow, okay, gold. Perfect little bounce off this horizontal at that 1870 level. It did dip pretty far though today, down to 1850, but Bull said no thank you. We got this, but look where it's between 21 and the 10. So when you see something like this, I like to just kind of go more neutral. And y'all know I've been neutral actually. I took all my precious metal positions off these last few days here. Just wasn't really feeling, earlier in this week, I just wasn't really feeling this pattern. And so, yeah, I'm just going to keep away from silver and precious metals until the Fed meeting's out of the way, because gold loves to move crazy big on Fed meetings. And a lot of times they're like fake moves. It'll just be, something like this, where it's like, oh, it's amazing, and then nope, just kidding. So I'll just wait till the market can digest that, and then I'll come in afterwards. My friend has a saying that's pretty funny. It's always the second mouse that gets the cheese. Let's see, weekly silver. Yeah, showing the same kind of thing. A little bit of weakness here on this daily. Actually did close barely below all this. So silver kind of had more of the weak chart than gold, and just kind of struggling right here. Now, is it bearish on the high time frames? Absolutely not. It still looks very good. I'm actually hoping, though, that we can get a little pullback so I can probably reload. I'd like to see actually a great pullback from here. Let's get this bitch down to like 25 bucks. Do a little consolidation reset. I would very much like that. Please, silver gods. But we'll see. Weekly, monthly, all this shit looks still super, super good. So, I mean, silver's really got to take out like $25 for me to be even slightly concerned. And that would have to even be on a high time frame. It'd have to be probably like at least a 2 or 3 day for me to kind of warrant it. On a daily. Whatever. Let's see. Platinum. Yeah, platinum continuing its slump after this lack of newer high, and then breaking the low in the structure. It looks like the market's accepting lower prices. I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing work down to like 1100. Anything back above like 1220 though would negate that, and I'd look for probably back up to upper 12s if we could get a daily above 1220. Palladium riding up the mama. Look at that. But major resistance in the 28 handle, so it's got to really get over like 2900 for a chance to make some new highs. But yeah, this isn't really the best looking chart. So just whatever. Again, and I'm not doing shit with metals until after the Fed meeting. And Wilshire looks just like Russell. Didn't make any new highs, so just boring. So I'm guessing maybe FANG stocks, did they rally today a little bit? Yeah, they did. Okay. I figured with NASDAQ up really big today. But they're up, like, not a lot. They're up decent, but, I mean, when you just look at these overall structures, it's just a bunch of bull crap. I mean, look at this. Look, I got to extend the box that when I drew it back over here, I was like, oh, yeah, I give myself 7 months. That should be enough time. Nope, just kidding. So let's just add another 5 months or whatever. Yeah, this one is just... This Netflix does not look very good. This is a pretty ugly chart, man. And there's a... I was talking about this with my buddy the other day. And he's been trading a long time. And he was saying, you know, it's funny that the majors that used to be the market pretty much are not doing shit and just going sideways. And he has a theory that it's akin to just distribution on that ass, because these are big companies, right? Like you can't just dump the shares that people have and the value in Apple and Netflix and Tesla. I mean, it's like a lot of money. You're not just going to be able to dump your position, you know, in the week or the afternoon. It's going to take weeks and weeks to kind of iron that out. And so he has a theory that this is just going to be kind of going sideways for even longer, and this will probably not really make highs and just chopping here until we roll over, which is kind of interesting because if you go back into time, we can actually look at the, was it Netflix that had this? I can't remember if it was Netflix or not. Let's see. No, maybe it was Apple. Apple's been around a long time. Yeah, shit, I don't remember which one it was. I'm still kind of looking at that theory he said. I'll bring it up again tomorrow or early next week. I have some charts saved. I just don't want to go through all that right now to make the video a little bit too long. But let's see. Man, look at this. Semis. Okay. They're about to break out if they get up over this damn 260 level. But nothing really too crazy in there. Just kind of chop fest, boring. Bonds, what did they do today? A little rally, a little rally. A little bit of rally, but still in ranges. What's Clown World up to? Cost, GME, AMC, look like they're topping out a little bit. Although, man, they're still above in like power zones, and they're literally have very sexy EMA charts. I mean, I, as my oh, give me 1 second, actually. I'm actually gonna have to pause and be back here in about 5-10 minutes. I have to take this call. Sorry. Oh my goodness gracious. I loathe the person that I'm on hold right now. And it's not a person, it's an entity. And it is an alphabet agency. And I really loathe them. As does everybody else. But we'll leave them nameless. And I'm just on hold with them. I'm going to just kind of do the show on the side while they keep putting me on hold. So that's okay. We already got through most of it anyway. So, where was I leaving off? I just put BTC up here so you kind of see it on the chart. I was on the phone. We were Clown World stocks. Pump Fest 3000. Dash, what was Dash up? Neo, yeah, no. So I think I was just kind of talking about the Fed stuff, and I'm just really light. I'm just kind of going sideways or going cash and just anticipating sideways boringness, and that's pretty much what we've been having. Let's see. Sorry, that kind of just broke my train of thought. What were we gonna go look at? It was something. What do weed stocks do today? I haven't really looked at the markets that much today, so... Ouch. Sundial got smashed on today. Brutal. Brutal move there. Yeah, nothing too crazy in the weed stocks. A couple little poppers. CVSI trying to base out, it looks like, right here. This one's not too shabby as long as it holds 35 cents. Kind of like that one. ACB... The problem is, though, man, like just like Bitcoin, Mama Bear, if the majors start curling over a little bit, that's not going to bode well for weed stocks at all. Because they're very risky. Very much risk-on type plays. Well, if you want me to go look at anything, if you're in the chat, type it in there, and we'll go look at it. Other than that, I'm probably got everything that I wanted to say off my chest, because we don't really need to look at the watch list. Yeah, someday I'll buy some stuff in here. Yeah, no, not everything goes up like that. Here's one. Let me show you. Here's a bunch that are down, right? Although GTT did pop like stupidly far, so that's probably a bad example. Let's give one that didn't make... Damn it. There's got to be one that didn't go up first. Shit. Yeah, look at this. Target. Look, we drew these targets on the watch list. No execution. And that's one thing about trading, man. There's so much opportunity, and it's so hard to remember to do, to execute stuff and take the risk on. You know, it's like there's also just life is crazy and all the electronics. It's easy to get distracted and all that kind of shit. But no thinking, no thinking. Just get it in. You know what I'm saying? But oh well, it's all good. Mama Bear, don't you be closing below that 35K. You get below 35K, we're probably going to test down here to this red line, and that's not going to be sexy time. All right? So let's just see what happens this weekend. It's not the sexiest. It's kind of just whatever, though, because we're just basing around here in this range. And equities did decent closes. Let's see if we get any follow-through on that next week. Fed meeting in a week and a half, so... A lot of stuff we get like the Fed drift where it kind of just goes real slowly up into the Fed. We'll see if that happens. Again, off the metals. I'm out of the energy. What am I in even right now? Still got a little weed stocks. I'm about to get closed out of this one though. The Nordic. Nat was really good, but it's given up most of its gains here. So I'm pretty much back to even on that after the last 3 days. And we're about to take out all the EMAs. And even on stream, we're talking about taking it off here possibly. But in hindsight, trading, that would have been the perfect spot. But that's okay. Can't get them all. No worries. Yeah, First Solar, nothing. So, yeah, we're just going to leave it there, guys. Appreciate you tuning in, all that good stuff. We'll talk about some more stuff. And sorry about the kind of discombobulatedness towards the end of the stream. I actually been putting off the stream for a while I was on hold. And been on hold for freaking way too damn long. So... Probably like 2 hours, man. Jesus. Anyway, could have did like 5 streams in that period, but it's all good. See if we get some follow through next week on the majors and Bitcoin just chilling, just kind of bumping off again the critical levels. Let's not make another lower high and create another lower low. That would be very, very, very ugly. Until tomorrow, have a lovely, awesome Friday. And I will, I'll peep y'all guys then. And hopefully we can have some cool stuff to talk about. Although probably not, because we know weekend trading is usually pretty shitty for Bitcoin. If anything, it's just like a little sell-off action, and then that's about it. And then just like to the range. I was like, oh, cool, that was fun. So get ready for the ranges. It's exciting. Extra popcorn, buttery for the chop. Chop corn. All right, much love. I'll see y'all guys manana. Have an awesome Friday night. Take care. Peace.